I'm so pro I can spawn in 5 biomes at once! Right, an interesting game for you this time. I haven't done one of these in a while. It's a 4 versus 4. Haven't done one of these since the big games were going around. So on blue team we have Man11th, Audi, Mariona and Baconiffic. Couple have gone for a naval spawn, one has gone for a pole spawn, and their other has gone somewhere. Where is he? Over here, in the middle of the continent. Team Black on the other hand, Grizzy, Infrabasse, RoCKAA and Allot have gone double commander spawn on the south, and on the other end of the south another double commander spawn. So rather than what blue has done, where they have elected for maximum map control possible, Team Black has gone for sort of less map control, but a greater likelihood of combining forces and defensive abilities. And it appears as though because Black spawned the way they have completely decided, you know what, let's not bother with naval, though they might still wish to just pop up and get a naval factory from that coastline there. Now they've already sent a Firefly around, just scouting out some of this metal here. On this one we've already got a naval factory going straight up, so they obviously want complete control of this lake. Up at the top, gone heavy energy, look at that. Absolutely heavy energy, so it's clear who the eco player is, this spider commander here, or bug or quadruped. And it looks as though he's going to be scouted very shortly. No, he's not. Interesting, maybe it'll come back up after doing, after placing there. No, interestingly. Ah, there we go. Team Black has found one of Team Blue spawns. He's gone for double bot factory. And they've also scouted the double blue spawn there, one of whom's gone vehicles, one of whom's gone naval. And now they have scouted the North Pole, so beautiful scouting from Team Black. They already know where every spawn of blues are. And they're also already getting expansions going. And they're getting further just factories up. Over at this end they might have gone for a vehicle factory. No, they haven't yet. Team Blue now slightly late to the scouting party, but have managed to there with a double. Now scouted the double. And they've moved off. Found the couple of expansions there that are slightly undefended. Maybe send a couple of scampers round to deal with that. Wouldn't be surprised if we see one of those moving in that direction. Instead they go in the other. And I don't think the other spawn has been scouted yet. No, only that one. But here we have radar going up, so I suspect pelter ability there, and in comes another Firefly ready to scout this spawn here. And indeed they have done successfully. Looks as though that Firefly is having a little bit of trouble shooting at these fabricators. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not enough, certainly. Aside from that, we see these two scampers here doing a little bit of harassment to this expansion that was set up. No longer, however. Blue bottles already coming out from Team Blue, so they've already asserted their control in this lake, but as long as the blue bottles don't see this naval factory that's going up from Team Black towards the south, we will see some naval action within this lake. Blue already claiming the eco that is in this pond, and also claiming the other pond as well that Team Black has got the advantage of. So clearly we will see some naval battles, we'll see some land battles, both bot and vehicle, and also some air battles. Seems as though both teams are sort of keeping up their scouting. This Firefly here got a good placement, seeing this radar here, and they're also, I believe, just about seeing that naval factory. Indeed they are, just very, very close, just. good placement of a Firefly there. Just keeping tabs. Now here is where we see the pelter base with lots of anti-air and a couple of point turrets as well. And more pelters going up. More blue bottles coming out from Team Black in the pond that they had the advantage of. And likewise in the other one, it looks as though Team Black might just have beaten Team Blue. Unfortunately, it looks as though Team Black has got one pro blue bottle right here. Unfortunately, it will go down when it meets this one. Up here, there it goes. Gets the scouting in, gets the extra range, and bang. We're back to level pegging in this pond, I believe. But another blue bottle comes out from Team Blue, as there is now another naval factory up. At least one naval factory continues from Team Black. And it's beginning to be produced now from Blue as well. But Team Black beginning to link up, got a massive energy placement here, utilising the geography, so he's decided, you know what, I'm going to use this as a distraction. But Team Blue has got a scamper here, just keeping guard of this mechs, making sure they're not expanding towards each other, because if they do take that mech site, it's a good indicator that they've expanded toward each other, etc, etc, etc. But as I was saying with the geography of this, it's defended on all counts here by the base, here by this one, up to the top of the screen now in the centre, and only by this one, and on the other side you also have the base. So it's a reasonably logically safe place to put a energy field such as that one, but now Team Black appears to have full control of this lake, although not quite, because there is also a naval factory up in the north. Now even this smaller pond here has got a naval factory queued up from Team Blue. Fabricator just coming down to do it now. And here Team Blue moving in on Team Black's naval spawn. Blue bottle trades continue. Not the best. I mean, Team Blue could really have taken out all of Team Black's presence in this lake if they had used aircraft to get the vision and the range. Going up to advanced tech now from Team Blue for vehicles. Interestingly, still no advanced tech from Black, and neither team has really got substantial build power. It appears as though they're still just trading eco in most positions, if I'm honest. We have now 3 naval factories up in the middle of this pond, a few air factories going up as well, and a bunch of vehicle factories getting queued up around the northern hemisphere there for Team Blue. Team Black has now cemented their foothold in this lake, bombarding the coastline with those 2 blue bottles, taking out those 2 turrets and the fabricator that was building them, and can now claim those mechs for their own. Saw 3 ships are sailing. But now this blue bottle has finally got towards the naval factory, but is he shooting the blue bottle? No, he's not. He gets taken down, so that advantage there was nullified. But now we have 2 blue bottles moving in from Team Blue. Unfortunately, Team Black had that scouting, they had that extra range. Looks as though this next blue bottle is going to come out as well. Maybe just about, I'm not entirely sure, just about. The blue bottle now coming in from Team Blue. Going to be dealing damage to this coastline, taking out a pelter. And now going to be taking out this naval factory. So Team Blue have controlled this lake, Team Black the other. And Team Blue have the pond, I believe. Currently, yes. Team Blue have finally got their production in gear. We've got a whole bunch of ant blobs beginning to form around the planet's surface. What we also have or rather we don't have, is advanced tech from Team Black. I spoke too soon. We have advanced air around the North Pole, so it's hard to zoom in on. Probably see some Hornets moving in from that, and also a vehicle factory over here by a couple of very risky placements for energy fields. So we'll get the eco out of this one and the Hornets out of this one, I shouldn't wonder. But now a commander moving in with ants and scampers on another commander and an energy field. This is going to take a knock to the eco for Team Black. Commander's even got a couple of fabricators healing him. He's now got 4 and more ants bringing up the rear. This commander wants to get out of there. Otherwise a little problem might ensue. I have a wall there in front of the pelter. Does that count? I don't even know. Commander now stuck on the rocks, or rather just didn't bother moving further. Now this is what I meant about this risky placement. They've lost their defence for here. So now these are prime targets, and indeed these fabricators realise this and legging it away. Trying desperately to get up some pelters mid-base. Hopefully we won't have pelter spam, and now they've gone and focused on the advanced vehicles because they realise, you know what, we really need an advantage at this point, because now we have commanders and ants moving in, we have black ants bringing up the rear for a flank, but we also have blue ants and scampers coming in as well to support. So now we have a blue commander Rambo coming it in. Not entirely sure whose commander this is, but he's taking damage, he's getting healed. Taking damage, getting healed, taking damage, getting healed. And these ants are just tearing through this team's eco now. And these scampers are going to defend their flank. And now these black ants are going to get squashed between scampers and ants. And this commander could potentially get stuck coming out. Because now he's got a commander moving in on him from the north. And he's got a black ant blob moving in on him from the west. However, he does still have his own ant blob to deal with. But Black Commander has a lot more healers. I think we might see a commander trade. Especially if Uber Cannons can go off here. There goes an Uber Cannon from the Black Commander, getting away before the Blue Commander can get an Uber Cannon. Who's now just going to walk into eco and probably just going to accept his fate and take out a whole bunch of eco with him. That's a very powerful Rambo com there. 4 plays 3. Or rather 3 plays 4. Not too much damage from the actual explosion. With all of this lost before, but now is instantly replenishable. And they also have advanced fabricators now for advanced eco. Right, let's have a look around the rest of the planet, see what's going on. We have lots of eco going up in the pond here from Team Blue. Still no advanced eco, but we do see levelers coming out. Team Black has gone for more levelers instead. They still haven't completed this advanced air factory. I've got a couple of pelters up in a couple of nests, just to make sure choke points are not cakewalks. And we also have advanced air coming in from the north from Team Blue as well. Team Black still has control of this lake. If they can get up north from the tug of war, they can take this little patch of mechs here away from Blue. Gain that advantage would always be good. They can bring these couple up and run. What I would do is, instead of going for the mechs first, I might even put up some floating laser platforms. This is my 4th, I believe, cast of the day now, so I'm really quite tired. I apologise for that. But yes, as I was saying, those 2 fabricators from the Navy could bring up a couple of floating laser platforms to defend against the blue bottles that Team Blue are bringing out. Alas, this is not the case. We do have levelers coming in, of course, and now ants moving in on this base here. This advanced factory is going to go. The commander going in to... Is there a reason he hasn't got any healers? He's going to use a D cannon. He's got to. Oh dear, now he sees the full broadside of that ant force, and he's trying to decan, and look, you can see him struggling. There we go, there he goes. They really need a very good toggleable D-gun. Because at the moment it's sort of potluck as to whether he decides to fire it or not. And another commander coming in to assist, but that advanced vehicle factory has been destroyed, it's been held off, and a fair bit of eco as well. So blue seems to have the upper hand here. Another wave of ants coming in from this side. And this is the advantage of spawning separately. I also saw a nuke over there, we'll get back to that in a second, but you see how much map control blue has compared to black, who has been limited to the south polar ice cap and a pond. Blue have the other two ponds and the northern hemisphere and most of the equatorial regions as well. So I did see a nuke here from blue, bringing that up. Won't be too long before we see that launched at eco. We also have the catapult there to supplement these ants, if that even counts in the range. Very good rapid game of PA here. Got the ant and the leveler as well mixed in there, so these air factories are going to go. This advanced air factory is not going to see the light of day. And the moment the leveler gets on it, it'll make light work of that. Very light indeed. Down goes the factory. And now the commander moves in. Does he realise there's a couple of levelers there? I don't think he does. But this commander is going to die to these levelers big time. I think that was something of a waste of a commander, though. He might have done that to save this eco here. So I believe that's 3 plays 3. Team Blue have brought it back to even Stevens in terms of commander numbers. They're getting up another vehicle factory on this side, so they're going to be supplementing these waves with levelers. Shouldn't wonder. And that was anticlimactic. Where's your leveler? You're supposed to be building a leveler. Or at least an advanced fabricator. GGWP, I think Grizzy realising they're beaten. Is the nuke already launched? Not entirely sure. But I think he's definitely seen the nuke. But they're definitely surrounded. The GGs are being called already. Hopefully the commanders won't suicide. I want to get to see a nuke in this, but shouldn't doubt it. Team Blue's expansion was just absolutely rapid. Look at this. Just the rest of the planet instantaneously, really. I mean, that's the advantage of spawning apart. As I said, you get that map control, you get the eco, and you get to attack from wherever you like. So now in come the ants, taking out the eco, supplemented by a couple of levelers as well. A couple of commanders sitting in here waiting for them to die. Waiting to be nuked almost. And advanced fabricators up here, getting out some advanced eco for Team Blue. I mean, it's so much stuff, so much expansion. When's that nuke finished? I want it finished now, please. But there's only so many commanders they can send in as sacrifice to the ant gods. And the leveler Inquisition. Down goes more eco. Commander running away, desperately trying to get up some air for some hummingbirds for some reason. Why? Just why? I don't get it. But yes, now here come the ants and the levelers. Gonna get range on this commander who's sat still. He's going to blow up, he's going to do a fair bit of injury to all of this lot. Maybe he's not going to blow up. He's just been seen and he's just taken out a fair portion of that offensive wave. However, the nuke now is nearing completion. And with any luck will be launched shortly. Another nuke launcher coming up, and we've just missed another commander explosion. I think a couple of players from Team Black have left the game. But it looked as though there were a whole bunch of ants that just came in and the commander just decided, you know what, I'm just going to stroll out there, try and attack 12 vehicle factories on my own, plus naval factories. And now this nuke is ready to launch. Come on, sir. Launch your nuke. Just here, that's all it needs. Just here. Or maybe they're waiting for their other nuke and then they're going to do a double nuke snipe, but you never really know. Although it looks as though the nuke went. Ah, that's where it was launched. Okay, so now they're just taking out eco. Focusing down on that nuke, almost going to be ready up very quickly indeed. Any other nuke launchers? Don't think so, if I'm honest. There's still a black mechs there, Naval, floating mechs, free of worry. Not for too much longer, because of course it might just suicide itself. Why have we only got one commander at this side? We should have two. Oh, there he is. He's down here, and up here, of course. Commanders moving themselves apart so they don't get caught out in a double nuke, but now these scampers coming in here are going to probably, I shouldn't want to move across and towards this, or at least maybe they're going to group up with something else indeed. But the nukes are continually coming up now. I think potentially maybe a bit of eco-sufferance. Just energy, 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 more energy. More expansion, more naval moving in now. But Black still has a pretty massive, hefty navy with a dogfight coming over those blue bottles. So Team Black not only has the advantage here in terms of they know what's coming at them, but they also have that vision, and the blue bottles can exploit that and take out the entirety of that blue navy with only minimal losses themselves. Although they do experience hefty damage, they do still have the firepower, and if I'm honest, that's what counts. As long as you can get a bullet away, it doesn't matter how much health you're on, the bullet is a bullet and the bullet will count. Next nuke, please! Where are you? You're almost ready. Aside from that, I believe Team Black is definitely on the back foot here, and it's only going to take one nuke to take out the majority of this, by which point it's just a matter of time of watching the ants surround with levelers and obliterate the remaining two commanders from Team Black. Team Black did do well to take out that initial commander from Team Blue, but Team Blue's expansion was too great, too rapid, and quite phenomenal. So now you can see the levelers coming in from the south, taking out that eco down there. Full house, and it's full of levelers. Another GG is called by Man11th. It's not going to be too long now before the nukes are launched. Commanders moving out. I think one of them was just caught out there as well. I'm not entirely sure where he's gone. But I think we only have one black commander remaining. And he's sat right here. Because I, for one, do not see a Delta commander. I think, as I say, I think he was down here and got taken out by levelers. Here come the nukes. The glorious double nukes. This commander is, I believe, as we say in the profession, toast. One nuke down, the commander's on 0 health pretty much. Second nuke hits, commander dies. Team Black is annihilated. Team Blue is victorious. GG's everywhere. GG's, 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 WP's. HF had fun. Ha ha. And that is the end of this game. Just look at that expansion there from Team Blue. It's just phenomenal. Well, thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed this game. Don't forget to drop a like or a comment. And subscribe and share for much more coming your way very, very soon indeed. Thanks again for watching. And as always, have a nice day.